Good morning, welcome. It's Kate from Inkstampshare. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in the UK. I do apologise, my tripod's in the way. Good morning, it's Tuesday and I have a new spot today. So I'm coming live to you from my kitchen. Hope you're all well. And the reason I have changed my spot today is because of our current circumstances with COVID. So my son's whole year group is now working from home this week, just to stop the spread of the virus. So he's absolutely fine. He's completely healthy, but he is doing his live classes currently on the computer in the craft room. So his classes are live, or some of them are live, thankfully. So I have moved out and I'm camping out in the kitchen this morning. It's all very impromptu and was called yesterday. Good morning, Jen. Good morning, Linda. Good morning, everybody, one and all. Welcome, welcome. And yeah, you can see my very bare, wintry looking garden behind me. And it's lovely to have you. How are you? I hope you're good. Yeah, I hope you're well. Oh, well, it's kind of just my back window, but yeah, that's what you can see. And then you could get my front view, which is literally just a big poinsettia plant on my table. And then, yeah, my kitchen. Look, there's a Lego catalogue. So I have just camped out and here I am. But Jen, thanks for your request yesterday because I thought that would be a really fun project today. About a year, not last Christmas, I think it was definitely the Christmas before, we did a little project of coffee and cards, which is a really fun little project. And they were little treat chocolate bar slider pouches. And Jen messaged me yesterday and said, oh, can you remind me how to make those? And I was like, I don't have a tutorial for that, but we could do it at Coffee and Cards. Good morning, Carol. Oh, I'm glad you just got the notification, Joe. I've only just gone live. It's a little bit late. I had to camp out in my kitchen today, so that's why I had to move. Yes, so this project, originally I was on a Stampin' Up! On stage live in Florida a couple of years ago, and I was sharing, we stay in Florida regularly. We've got family members, got a lovely condo out there, so we were staying in there, and one of the girls who came with gave us little house gifts, and one of the house gifts she gave us was one of these sliders with I think it had a coffee pouch in, or it might have had a hot chocolate pouch in. I think that's when I got it. I either got it then or it was a swap. But basically, I took it apart when I got home and I worked out how to do it. And that's when I took it to Coffee and Cards. Hence, I didn't do a tutorial, but we'll do it today. It's a really simple, fun project and it's great for a little treat or gift. Perfect for Christmas. Oh, and the other news to share with you is that we have a great big end of year closeout sale today with Stampin' Up! Our Christmas catalogue, our August to December catalogue, is going out at the end of December, beginning of January, and the retiring list has come out, along with it a big sale. So all the things that are retiring are on that list, and some of them are in the sale. So they do go quickly, and not everything is discounted. Some has amazing discounts on, some are not discounted at all, so you just need to go and have a browse and see what there is. But once they are gone, they're gone. Now, there's a small list of items in that catalogue that are carrying over. Some of them are carrying over to next year's annual catalogue, and a couple of them are carrying over to next year's winter catalogue. But it's a very small list. So just have a browse and see what you can see. And if you've got any questions about what's retiring or carrying over or how bundles work, come back and ask me and I'll do my best to help you. That's only going on today until tonight, so take advantage. Any of those things that you've seen in the winter catalogue, you thought, oh, I must get that, I will get that, I quite like that, get it, because lots of stuff is already gone. All right, I'm going to quickly whip the camera over and we can start playing. Now, all my stuff's kind of higgledy-piggledy, so do bear with me, I've got it all. Here we go. So, I picked the spot with the least shadow, to be honest. Oh, here we go. We did have fun with these sliders when we made them over at More Plus, the community coffee shop where I hold one of my when I do live coffee and cards, when we can do it in person. That's one of the venues. I do miss it a lot. Right, let's get my glue out. I've got my different types of glue ready. Yeah, I'm using a few punches today. I've got a circle. Oh, I don't think I need those punches. I've got another set of punches. I seem to have all the circle punches out, but I'm using the 1.5, 1 3/4. I'm not sure if all of these are current at the moment, but use whatever circle punches you have as long as they layer, or use the circle dies, because the whole point is that they layer and it doesn't really matter quite what size they are, except for the smallest there. I'm using that because it fits around a stamp, but the dies will do it too. And then I'm using this little itty bitty circle. And we did make loads, didn't we? But you can use a handheld circle punch. You don't need one of these. And I've just picked out my sprig punch, but you can use whatever you like to decorate your slider with. Now, let's see what I've got. Brought my little trolley with everything on. I've got some stamps. I brought the Wishes and Wonder stamp set. I love this. I think this one's retiring. I think it is. So do grab it if you want it. It's all on page 31 of the Christmas catalogue. What else have we got? I bought the coordinating inks out to play with and some black. And then I have got some of the papers. And it's the papers that I'm going to use. And I didn't bring my stamp cleaner, but I think we'll be okay. Oh, hi Claire, good morning. We're having great fun. I've decamped into my kitchen to do coffee and cards today, which is great fun. I'm just hoping I don't get interrupted, because obviously we have a house full because everyone's working from home. I've got 2 adult children who are studying. I've got Jacob doing homeschooling live in my craft room. Jim is on conference calling in his study, and I've camped out in the kitchen. Great fun in our house. This paper is lovely. This is 'Tis the Season. 'Tis the Season it's called. And it is part of the Wishes and Wonder, or Wonder of the Season suite. And it's on here. 'Tis the Season 6x6 Designer Series paper on page 31. And I believe it's retiring also, but do check out. So I've just got some of it left. I've used quite a lot of mine, but all the designs are really beautiful. That's holly. I don't know if you can see that. We've got the Christmas trees. We've got this beautiful stag one. That one. Bells. There's stamps to go with those bells. Holly. And then the other sides are absolutely gorgeous as well. So if you don't like the particular pattern, you've got all these lovely plaids and kind of more subtle designs. Right. And I picked the 6x6 paper because I thought it was ideal to work with very little cutting and scoring, just a little bit. So I'll just grab a piece that I like, doesn't matter what piece. I quite liked that first one. That one, I quite like that one. The trees are nice. Right, I'm going to go for this one because it's quite red and pretty. Let's go for that. And put the other ones aside for the time being. Now I've got a 6x6 piece of paper and I'm not going to cut it. I'm just going to score it. Good morning, Hilary. How are you? Hope you're all right. Let me just grab my scorer. I think I've even got more space here in my kitchen because of the way we're set up during this pandemic in my craft room. It's a little bit cramped sometimes, so this is good. Okay, see, every cloud has a silver lining. Okay, I've written on my grid paper the measurements. Do you do that? Hang on, let's turn it over. You see all my messy marks. Oh yeah, there's just 3 score measurements on this one. So it's square, so it doesn't matter which side at the top. You need to score it at 1.5 inches. Not cut, score. Oh, I'm glad you're all right. So that's 1.5, and then at 4. Okay, so then we'll just do this and do this so you can see what's going on there. So we've got a little thing like that. And then it doesn't matter which end, but turn it round, and on the opposite side, you're going to score it at 1/2 inch to make the bottom. You just need enough, really, to fold over. So 1/2 inch is perfect. And because the tear and tape is, I think tear and tape, which I'm going to use to stick it down with, I think that's about 1/4 inch. Yeah, so it's nice to have a nice gap on there. So let's just move the trimmer. We will need it again in a minute to cut some more out. All right, so this is how my little treat pouch is going to go. Like so. I think I'm going to have my join kind of central at the back, at the front, because I'm going to cover it up with something. Okay, that's the idea. Or you could have it at the back, which might be better. So yeah, I might put it at the back. So the next thing you want to do is put some tear and tape here across the bottom. And I'm going to put it on the 2 left-hand pieces here, all the way along. I'll turn it upside down, it's just easier to move. Pop it straight in the middle and go all the way to the end. Just tear that off, stick it down really well. Oh, me too, Hilary. Do you know what? I've got a whole piece of grid paper on my craft room desk with all the class measurements from my last class, all the supplies, all the measurements, everything. It's all written on my grid paper. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this side over. This is going to form my little pouch at the bottom so that our treat doesn't fall out. And then I'm just going to, oh, I need to put a piece along here too, otherwise that will be open. So just along the outside edge, pop a piece more. I'm stuck to it though. Don't have to use tear and tape, but I find it works really well. Oh, that's all right, Jan. I completely relate to that at the moment. Everything's gone mad in our house. Honestly, there's so much going on. Right, so then we glue it down. I'll make a couple of these and then you'll see how I've made it if you came in a bit later. Right, so now we have our little treat pouch that the chocolate bar is going to go into, or your hot chocolate pouch, or your coffee pouch is going to go into. So that's your basis of it. And then I'm going to take, you can use a handheld hole punch, but I've just got one of these little 1/2 inch circle punch. Any punch you've got, it doesn't have to be a particular size. As long as it's not, you know, it's not too massive. I'm going to pop it in there. Just as far down as it'll go. I'm actually bring it up a little bit, thinking, because it's been 2 years since we actually made these. Whee! So I don't think it was last Christmas. I think it was the Christmas before. Tell me, ladies who were there. So you would put your chocolate in there then. That would be the idea. And then I've brought with me some of the ribbon. Here I brought the colours that are in this designer series paper. We've got real red, we've got mossy meadow, we've got garden green. So I've got some of this gorgeous real red ribbon. And then, hi Jen. It was the Christmas before, you're right, isn't it, Joe? Mossy meadow. Right, so I'm going to decorate it before and then I'll know what colour ribbon to use. So I've got my circle punches out. I've got 2 and 1 3/4 and 1 1/2. So let's see what we've got. I think because the colour of the paper itself is red, I think the next one, the biggest one that's going to go on there is going to be 2 inches. So I don't have a scrap of mossy meadow, so I'm cutting out of a large sheet, but it will all get used, do not worry. So that's my 2 inch. And then I have some real red, which is the next size down at 1 3/4. This might even be cherry cobbler. I think both reds are in this pack, but it doesn't matter, it goes nicely. So that's going to layer on there like so. And then I'm going to grab out my white and I'm going to do a little bit of stamping. Now, out of this Wishes and Wonder set, we've got this Made in the North Pole Reindeer Air Freight Express Delivery stamp. I love that. I've used it loads and I'm going to use it again. So here we go. And I'm going to stamp it in red. I could stamp it in green, but I think I'll stamp it in red. It's going to go on white. I'm so pleased you're all here today. I had to work a night on Friday night and I really missed doing the live. But this week seems a little bit easier. Right, okay, so I have stamped that one out, and I've got the 1.5 inch circle punch. You can cut this out with some circle dies or stitch dies, but as is true coffee and cards fashion, I've got the punches out, and this one fits this one exactly. Out it pops. I'm going to layer them up like that. And I was going to bring some silver glimmer paper or silver cardstock out of my craft room, and I didn't. And I am now penned in here. So I am going, oh look, yeah, that's really weird. I'm going to use this sprig punch on these scraps, and the one I've pulled out, I haven't used this probably in quite a while, is that. So I don't know if we should go for Mossy Meadow though, because that's the colour we've used for the base. Oh, I do have a scrap of Mossy Meadow, look. Let's do that then. Yes, made in the North Pole. Just deciding how to do this. Yeah, like so. And then I'm going to get my... Hello, Helen, you're not late. You're perfect. You're just right. I was just telling everyone I'm crafting in the kitchen live today, right from my kitchen. And why not? Jacob's whole year group has been, at the end of yesterday, told that they need to work remotely online at home for the rest of the week to try and stop the spread of the virus in his year group, because they've had quite a lot of positive cases over the last few days. So they have isolated the contacts, of which Jacob is not one, I am pleased to say, but the whole of the year group is now going to work just for the rest of this week at home. So he's doing his lessons live in the craft room on Teams, and I'm doing mine here in the kitchen. We can get around this, ladies, can't we? So I'm just going to pretend this is like the mistletoe, and because there's mistletoe in this stamp set, see? And I did cut some of that out using the dies, but I just like this little punch, so I'm going to pretend that's that, and I'm going to stick it all together. So let's pop a couple of dimensionals on here, like so. Do you know what? There's less shadow in here, and I feel it's a bit more peaceful. This may be the way to go, you know, which is very odd. Right, I'm going to use my seal. I didn't bring my Tombow out. Let's get it going because I haven't been using it for a few days and it's got stuck inside. There we are. Made in the North Pole. It would help if I put it on centrally, unless you want to look at it sideways. I think that's why I feel a bit more peaceful, because the dog's not bothering with the window. Bless him. He's a good boy, really. Right, I'm going to use my seal on here. Made in the North Pole. Cute, isn't it? And then I should have brought my Tombow, but we use a bit of the seal. It will work. So I did see, I do not know what is left. I was just saying that we have an end of year closeout sale, and the retiring list has been published for this Christmas catalogue. So if there's anything you wanted, grab it. But also, the clearance rack was updated, and there was a lot of bargains last night to be had, like it went live at gone midnight. So I know a lot of it is probably gone, but there's probably some lovely bargains still in the clearance rack, so do have a look. I managed to snag some snail glue, which is pretty much similar to seal, but because it's discontinued, it was on offer, so I snagged some of that. There's all sorts of things in there. He tries to be a good boy. The dog, I mean. Ooh, that's all right. It doesn't matter if I snap the little thingy. I'm hiding it under there. There we go. Let's match it up, shall we? There you are, there's a trick. Put the glue on the base. There we go. Made in the North Pole, reindeer air freight. I'm still not happy with that. Just fiddle with it until you get it how you want it. You can put anything you like on. You can put any label punch you've got. Just make it up as you go along and decorate your little pouches and use your designer series papers that you've got. Use them all up. They are brilliant. Okay, so now we've got our pouch made and complete. We need to put our slider part in. Now, I can use the real red ribbon here, or I can use this Mossy Meadow. Tell me, ladies, what colour ribbon you think I should use. You tell me. And then I've got to remember how I did it. And I've left my sample somewhere else. Tell me what you think. I'm waiting for you to tell me what colour ribbon I should use. Green or red? Mossy Meadow it is. Thanks, Carol. We're going for that. Right, so now our chocolate bar, of which I don't have one. Nothing in our house until I go to the shop. And when I finish here, I've got to go and get some milk. So I will get one and I'll post it on the group, sliding in and out so you can see it. But you really want your ribbon to go down to the bottom with a little bit at the top and to come back up again. I believe. It's been a long time since we made these. I'm going to chop off the end. Like so. Move my ribbon. How can anyone remember how I made these? Honestly. Yeah, green it is. So what you would do, I don't think I've got a chocolate bar. I'm just trying to work out if I've got anything that resembles a chocolate bar. Oh, I tell you what I could use instead. I could just use a piece of card and you could see the idea of what it would look like until I grab one. Should have got one when I was out yesterday. Right, piece of cardstock. That will do. Pretend that this is your chocolate bar. Let's get one that's a bit skinnier. And cut it down. It's just a scrap out of my scraps. Just chop it off. It needs to fit in the pouch, doesn't it? Oops, sorry. Okay, so pretend this is a bar of chocolate that would sit in here like that, like so. Let's make it a bit smaller. It's not that big, my chocolate. Okay, and so the idea being is that you would put your ribbon down like so. This ribbon's lovely because it's white and green on that side, and it's green and white on that side, which sounds exactly the same, but it does look different. White, green, green, white, okay. So, put your chocolate bar. This is a chocolate bar. Honestly, go with me. Just like, yeah, go with me for this one. Pop it in there. Okay, and you can put a little bit of glue on your chocolate bar, like a bit of the seal. Or a glue dot would work to hold it in place. Pop it in, like so, right to the bottom. And if it's smaller and you can't see it, that's even better. Like a little Freddo bar or just one of those little animal bars or anything like that. Or if you've got a coffee pouch. Right, thread that one through there. And I believe we have to thread this one through here. Like so. Great little stocking filler. You can buy some really nice chocolate too if you want it posh. No calories in a piece of cardstock. What a shame. Oh, and I tell you what we do need. We need another piece of ribbon. I think this might be too big. Yeah, I think it might be too big. So, but the idea is, and I'll go and grab a piece of baker's twine in a minute so you can see, you would tie it together up here, and then when you get your chocolate bar, you pull it out. Do you see? It's a slider. Hang on, you couldn't see that. It pulls out and it stays in there. It's the cutest little chocolate treat pouch, and it's so easy. And I'm going to make another one to show you. But before I do, I'm just going to grab, what did I say I'd left? I think it was my stamp cleaner and a piece of twine. I'll be 1 second. I did quite well, ladies, decamping. Right, I've got it. So sorry. I bought lots of ribbon, and I must have my stamp cleaner already because I can't zoom in. Ribbon and twine, I have it. So a little bit of baker's twine or another little bit. It's a chocolate slider, a new type of chocolate bar, definitely. Only I hope yours is tastier than my piece of green cardstock, Lucy. And good morning, lovely to see you. So later on, soon, when I finish here, I will be popping out by milk and chocolate bars. And then I'll pop it on here or on Instagram or somewhere. You'll be able to see it and see how it actually slides up and down with a lovely treat in it instead of a piece of card. Okay. So here you go, like so. Just chop that off a little bit so it's not so long. Oops. Right, let's pop that there. So there you go. Pretend it's a chocolate bar and you have your chocolate slider. It's quite cute, isn't it? Do come and watch it later. Good luck with your blood test, Lucy. And it keeps it in there nice and tidily, so that's really nice. Yeah, definitely going to buy some chocolate and some hot chocolate pouches for this. Oh no, the sun has come out, which is great, but with it has brought a lot of shadow. I'm so sorry. We will be back in the craft room next week for coffee and cards and the rest of the time, I'm sure. If not, I'll work it out because you can't have all this shadow. Right, let's have a look. What one are we going to do next? Let's do a different one. I've got this pretty one. I did rather like this one with all the deer on. Maybe we'll do this one with all the deer on because it will... Actually, I don't know if I've got anything to colour that in with. I'll do that later. But I just wanted to show you how you make sure you keep your design the right way up. So the design we did on here, it doesn't matter which way up you have it. This one it does because you don't want your deer upside down. Okay, but that's really simple. So let's just grab another piece. This one will show you how the design works. Right, if you're keeping it the right way up. Now, designer series paper is perfect for these little pouches because it's quite a good weight. Our designer series paper. Now we have a door. That'll be interesting. So, okay, someone else has got the door. So we have the design going this way, which means that we want to do our score lines this way to make our trees stay up the right way. So you'll have the pouch going that way. So we want it at 1.5 and we want it at 4. I think we said, I've written it all down. I don't know if you can see that in inches. So I'll do another quick little pouch to show you how it works if you came in slightly later. So yeah, so the designer series paper is perfect for using up. If you have a nice big 12 by 12 sheet, cut it in 4 and make it to 6 by 6. You can get 4 out of 1 sheet, which is really economical. And if you don't have any designer series paper in a design that you like or that you fancy using, use cardstock. Use cardstock. The gift that was gifted to me, the original one, was made in cardstock. I'm going to do something slightly different with this one. So I've done my score lines that way so you can see which way the pouch is going to go. And then this one, we just score it at 1/2 inch. We can. Like that one. Okay. So we know that that's going to work. And then I'm going to grab another piece of the paper. I had some scraps in here, but I don't think they're big enough for what I want. I want a 2-inch scrap. Something plainer. That one. That one. So many to choose from, aren't there? That would be nice, actually. But there's no red on that. I want something else, another colour in it. Right, we're going to go for the plaid. I like it because it's not too in your face. And I'm going to cut off a 2-inch strip. And we're going to make a belly band for this one. 2 inches is great for a belly band. So that's all the cutting and scoring I need to do. And then we are going to pop it round. And we are going to match it. We're just going to give a slight crease down the sides. So like so, to make sure it's nice and straight, not too. Don't do it too snug, because when you fill it with your chocolate, it will... it'll pop open or it won't go in. So just a bit of a loose one. Is Tilly saying hello to Alfie? Alfie was barking because the door went. He's a bit naughty. But say hello back to Tilly for us. Right, so we've got it like that. So I'm going to do my gluing now. Such a simple little project and I really like it. Now where did I put my tearing tape, ladies? Do you see it? I found my stamp cleaner already. This is ridiculous. Can't have gone far, I haven't moved. Do you know, I do this every single time. I've got ribbons. Can't find that. Oh, there it is, under my other sample. Look. So, like I said before, we're going to go along these 2 left-hand panels and just stop there. Doesn't really matter though if you overlap. And we're going to do a piece down this side edge, so to shut it with. If I do it upside down, it's easier for me to do it. Stocking fillers, little things, little gift. If you put a really posh bar of chocolate and you're popping around to see somebody or deliver an item to someone, you could always pop one of those on whatever it is you're delivering. Of course, we're not popping to see people, but we might be delivering gifts or something. There's lots of errands going on at this time of the year, I find, anyway. Okay. So I'm going to glue mine down, make sure it's nice and straight. Then my trees almost match up at the back. I think that was more luck than judgment. And there's your little pouch for your chocolate bar or your hot chocolate or whatever it is. And then I'm going to put my belly band on. And I don't think I've done it very straight. Now, I want it to shut at the front because I'm going to cover the join. There we are. There we go. That's better. So if I put a little bit of tear and tape on there as well. So this is not Mossy Meadow, this one. This is Garden Green. I can get this one to come off. Just make sure it's on there properly. And this join is then going to be covered up. So no worries about that at all. Right, let's grab some of the cardstock back out. Here is my scraps. I keep my scraps in bags so that I always use them first. And before I chop into a big sheet. Now, hopefully, I've got enough to do a circle because... Yes, I think I might have. I've got rather a lot of scraps, but no big sheets of this colour at the minute. It's funny what you find you run out of. Right, I think I'm going to go for a large red circle. So the largest one I found was 2 inches, wasn't it? So a larger one in the red this time. And I've got a nice large red one. That's going to cover that join nicely, you see. And then I'm going to go 1.5. Mine has a crease down the middle. I don't think it's going to matter. I obviously was cutting something out. Actually, that's not the right size. That's 1.5. I want 1 3/4, which is the next size down. Like so. And that's going to go on there. And then I'm going to use the same sand. I really like it. I'm going to try something else though. Let's have a look. We have got Wishing You the Happiest Season of All, but I think this nice circle one is what I want. It works well. I'm going to stamp it in the right red colour, real red. I actually made one earlier, but we'll do it. There we go, that's nice. And then I think this was the smallest, which was 1.5. Oh, honestly, how many punches do I have out? It's punch day. You can actually decorate it any way you like. You don't even have to use punches. You can just cut out your sentiment and stick it on, and a rectangle of Whisper White cardstock would be perfect with a little bit of embellishment. Put some bling on it or something, it'd be lovely. So we've got this here, and I'm going to glue that down. I'm going to put some sticky foam pads behind the first one. Like that. So who else's doggy barks when my dog barks? I'm so sorry. So then we'll put a bit of seal. On there. It's very sticky. Stuck everywhere. I wasn't very clever with my seal then. Okay, there we are. On it pops. Oh, less shadow now. That's good. And then we're going to glue that one on there. They want to join in. Yeah, they all want to join in everything. Honestly, the dog just wanted to see who was at the door. He's the nosiest dog. And he sounds so ferocious, and then people open the door and he just wants to lick them, honestly. What are we going to do with him? So there we go. Made in the North Pole. I wonder if you could fit a sugar mouse in there. I reckon you could. Put a little sugar mouse in there. Did you used to get sugar mice at Christmas like we did? Didn't we, Helen, when we were kids? We got sugar mice at Christmas, but only at Christmas. Right, the tiny weeny one. I have a 1/2 inch circle punch. You can use whatever circle punch you have. Little handheld ones are perfect. Just make sure you can fit your ribbon through whatever size it is. This is huge, it doesn't really matter. Just make sure that it slides. And I'm going to use this really pretty, beautiful, real red ribbon that I really like. And I am going to pop it through. Now, we're going to have another piece of pretend, this will make you laugh. Pretend chocolate. And then, yeah, we'll seal the chocolate really later when we get it, when I put it in. I've got a piece of card that looks like that. Oh, really? This one might work. So the idea is that you want your ribbon to be the same depth plus a little bit to come up the top. Depends on how big your chocolate bar is. If you have a little Freddo, it won't need to be anywhere near as long. I think those lint ones, those nice long lint ones would be so nice in here, and it'd be a bit nicer than a, you know, a nice chocolate bar is if you're going to give it as a really nice gift. But Cadbury's chocolate's just the best, so whatever you like. Right, let's pop that in there. Sugar mice, I think they'd work really well. I'd have to get one and try it. So when you do your ribbon, put a little glue dot onto your chocolate with the ribbon to keep it in. Put it in. I might cut mine down to leave a bit more ribbon. Obviously measure your chocolate bar before you cut your ribbon. Pop it in all the way down. Stick it in. Like that way. And then this way. Like that. Your belly band will stay on because your chocolate's going to be fat, then it's fatter than a really flat piece of card. And then I have brought out some more ribbon with me. This one is actually Old Olive. So that might be a bit too different green actually, so maybe not. Oh, I took it out. What am I doing? So that is there. But then this one might work. That's Poppy Parade. That looks nice. Let's use that instead of Baker's Twine. Let's move all of this out of the way. You can't see what's happening, can you? I'm excited to go and buy chocolate bars now. We had so much fun making these at Coffee and Cars, didn't we? Jen, how did you get on? Did you try the self-closing box at all? I'd love to know if you managed it. It has been so lovely. I worked a lot last week. Feels like this week, last week. And it's been so lovely. I came off nights on Friday. And then I slept on Saturday. And then I don't know if it was Saturday or Sunday. But so many of you were posting such beautiful projects in the group. I was absolutely bowled over. It was so nice to see them all. Oh yeah, let me know how you get on with that, Jen, if you like it. It might not be the thing that you need, so don't worry if you don't use it. But if you do, let me know if you like it. Right, I might have to tie a bow on this rather than a knot. Though a knot might work. Let's try a knot. Oh yeah, knot works. Oh good, I'm glad it looks like the right size for what you want. Oh, there we are. I am all fingers and thumbs, I honestly am. This beautiful ribbon is part of Trimming the Town and I love it. It's got all that metallic edge on it. So yeah, you can put a ribbon, you could put a bow on it or you could just leave it in a knot. So imagine that's full of chocolate and it's a slider. How cute is that? Isn't it? Love this idea. And I'd forgotten all about it. Thank you so much, Jen, for reminding me. I love it. Look, those are those two. I could do some green sprigs as well before I sign off. I have no idea what the time is. I don't have my laptop running. So perhaps one of you could tell me how far into the hour we are, if you don't mind. So you can see the difference in the greens. This is the garden green. The other one was mossy meadow. This is fun. And then we're done. Very quick, very simple and loads of fun. The kids would have great fun making these, wouldn't they? I think they would. I think it's quite an achievable thing. And then you could put some gems on there. Didn't bring any out with me, but a few sparkly rhinestones, some of the holiday rhinestones or basic rhinestone gems would look lovely. Make sure they're well glued down. So I hope you've enjoyed that. Oh, thanks, Jan. You're a star. It's 11:52, so that was pretty spot on, wasn't it? So I started making it because I had to remember how to make it. So this was the one I was making in prep. This one is made using the same paper, and I've just used the mistletoe. And then I would do the same thing with it. I'll cover up my belly band with decoration, and I've cut some of those out already. So I cut a load of different things out. I couldn't quite work out what I wanted. So I think this would go on there like that. Or actually, I think I need whatever size that is in the green. That would make sense, wouldn't it? Is that 1.5? I'm glad you like them. Have some fun making them. They're really quick and simple and really satisfying to make. As I say, we made a ton of them. Nope. So, what am I going for? Red. What? This must be a 2-inch. Let's try 2 inches. And we'll finish it off. Then we'll have 3 made. Yes, because that's the white one. Oh, I stuck that one on. That might be what I'm doing wrong. Okay. So that one, no, that's not right. Could do it this way, and that way. That's what we want. Don't need those at all. I could do that and make it slightly bigger. Ooh, that's quite cute, isn't it? With all those different layers. Well, I've got it. Why not use it? Right. Is this what you're going to be doing for the rest of the day, Jo? Did you say? I've got to go and get a Christmas tree. We still don't have ours. It's been very busy few days. We've managed to decorate, or Sarah has managed to decorate the spare room. She's done an amazing job. And we're having a TV put on the wall in there and all sorts happening. So I've got loads going on, but all of the stuff I had stored in there, and I had a lot of stuff stored under the bed, as you do, you know, in a wardrobe and in underbed storage. I had to find room in all the rest of the house. And we're also having some electrical work done in there, and honestly, so I've got to do all that, but it's all nice. I mean, it's all good really, isn't it? And then the tree, so I need to crack on with the tree. So I've got my tree. I'll be very happy. Good, Joe. They're so fun to make, honestly. I've got a bigger circle on this one just because I'd already cut it out when I was experimenting. Might as well use it. Hey, I like that. I do. I think we'll be going for red. Let's have a look at the mossy meadow. I moved it. Oh, actually, we could use that. Oh, I think we'll go for the red. The red is so nice. And then we're done. So I have 3 made. Then I'm going to go milk shopping. Yeah, so it just goes in with the chocky bar. Yeah, so definitely check out the clearance rack, ladies, and check out our end of year closing out sale for this catalogue, and all you can see what's retiring. If you go on there, you can see. So there you go. You need to pop it in, pop it all the way down, and then you can tie it around your, always tie it around your chocolate bar first, so you know where to tie it. Hope you've enjoyed it. It's a real bit of fun, this one. I really like this one. So yeah, I'll pop some pictures up and you can see what chocolate I put inside it. And thanks for joining me, and I'll be back Friday night for some more paper crafting fun. Thank you so much, ladies. Have a great rest of your week. Hope it's not too challenging and that you're managing, and have fun. Happy crafting. Bye.